Al and I did go see Song Sung Blue yesterday. I have my little notes. I'm going to take you through the whole thing, okay? We have a Showcase cinema near us, and we tried to get into the 12:50 show. So the person at the front counter said, well, there's only seats available in the first 2 rows. I'm like, what? What do you mean, first 2 rows? It's like a big theater. Like, that many people want to see the Neil Diamond movie, I guess. So the person said, yeah, it's very popular, and, what do you want to do? Like, in other words, I was being really like, well, I don't know, Al, we don't want to sit in the first 2 rows because then we're going to be like this the whole time. And so the person at the front counter says, yeah, I don't think you want to sit there. Why don't you wait till the 3:00 show? So I said to Al, well, we should probably wait. And he goes, yeah, we probably should wait. So let's go to Market Basket in between. So we did that. And what we did was, before we left, we were able to pick our seats. So we were, far enough back to say, okay, we'll be able to see comfortably. So we go to Market Basket, run around, get my things, and go into the theater. All people really our age and older, right? And I'm going, are there more theaters here? So I think what the Showcase did was they literally cut the theaters in half to make more theaters, or they reduced the size inside each theater because there's less seats, more handicapped ramps, and every seat now is a recliner. So I'm going, what did they do? Because there were way more seats in those theaters. Like, I just don't know what happened. I'm like, I think what they did was, I really think they cut the theaters in half, reduced the seating, and then added just comfy, cozy seats with like these tray table things, so they could fit more people in, get more movies in, and all that. But I didn't think Hollywood was really pumping out that many movies, but apparently they are, because, but then, of course, I'm thinking about the bottom line. How are they making money here? Because if there's less seats, and what if the people don't fill up these smaller theaters? I don't know. And it's wicked expensive, but I had free tickets from like years ago, so we use those. All right, so there's that. Now, when you walk into the theater, the immense smell of popcorn is great, and I almost caved, but I'm like, no, don't do it, because it's fattening, and you're going to do the bean salad thing now, which I am going to do. I made a big bean salad last night, so I'm going to do. It's on TikTok. It's a trend, and I'll see if that helps me lose any freaking weight. But anyway, so I didn't get the popcorn, but it was rough, man. Can I tell you, hardcore willpower to say no to a bag of $2,500 popcorn. It was hard. Then you go into the theater, and we're like, oh, and Al's going, how do you work the seat? So I had to help him push the button to lean back, and very comfy, cozy seats. Really, really good. But then you got to wonder what's really going on in those seats sometimes. Like, are they cleaned? And Al's going, no, the floor is dirty. Blah, blah, blah. But we didn't care. So you sit through 20 minutes of previews, and I'm in my mind thinking, oh, I want to see that movie. I want to see that. There's a bunch of them I want to see now. There's one about pilgrims or something. Pilgrims are dancing. I want to see that one. It says based on a true story. How do you know? Like, who's here from the 16 or 1700s that could tell you this is a true story? And like the pilgrims, like I said, they're dancing. So I want to see the movie. But anyway, now the first half of the movie, mind you, let's just go back just for a smidge. I watched the true life documentary of Mike Sardina and Claire. They're the focus of this entire film. He's a Neil Diamond impersonator. She's a Patsy Cline impersonator, but they got together and they just had a great act. And they're from Milwaukee and really just loved in their hometown, okay? I watched the real life documentary. I knew I shouldn't, but I didn't know. I really didn't. I didn't know because once you turn that documentary on YouTube, the real life one, you get sucked in and you just sit there and watch the whole thing. It's that good. And I knew going into seeing the movie, it was going to be wicked glamorized. It is. This is so far from what their real life looked like in this true life documentary that is on YouTube. However, it's a movie. You go to the movies to get away, right? Yes. First half of the film, a little bit slow. Couple of moments that just lost me a little bit, and I closed my eyes. I'm like, don't do it. Don't fall asleep. You can easily fall asleep in those recliners. Let me tell you that. Kate Hudson was spot on with Claire Sardina. I will say that. That woman had her in her back pocket. She just had it down. Hugh Jackman with Mike Sardina, no. However, loved watching him. Hugh Jackman is great. I mean, he's great as Mike Sardina, but nothing like Mike Sardina from what I saw in the documentary. Now, people have said about Mike Sardina, who is the Neil Diamond impersonator, he was a sweet man in real life, okay? Would give you the shirt off his back, all of that. And Hugh Jackman definitely portrayed that part of it. But if you watch the True Life documentary, go see the movie first, please. Go see the movie first, then watch the real life documentary on YouTube about the couple, because it's really the couple. And then you can compare the two. Don't do it vice versa like I did. I'm really mad at myself. Hugh Jackman was very polished as Mike Sardina, and it was it looked, even though terrible things happened, the movie glamorized it, because that's what you do in a movie, right? Well, sometimes you really get into the real life nitty gritty, but this was just, you're going in for the love story. Okay. And I will say that as much as I loved Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson together, and Kate Hudson, what a voice this woman has. She's becoming a singer now. Good for her, because her voice is just wicked good. She's incredible, really, truly. But also, I'm seeing her mother, Goldie Hawn, the entire time. Like, I'm seeing Goldie. Now, it's been a long time since we've been to the movies. I'm going to go again. I just want to make this a thing again, because it was just so fun. And you really do just go away, right? But I will have to say, as great as the movie was, and I did enjoy it. Go see it, please. And people were walking out of the movie saying, that was great. That was great. And I really don't think people really realized it's pretty much a real life story. I don't know if they realize that, right? But I do have to say, in a couple, don't take this the wrong way. In a few spots, I didn't feel that chemistry between Kate Hudson and Hugh Jackman. Now, mind you, they're great. Okay. I'm not sitting here saying, and I'm not trying to be a movie critic. I'm not trying to be Roger Ebert or Ebert, however you say his name. I'm not. I'm just telling you like how I felt. And I feel like at some points of the film, they were rushed to get through their scenes. I don't know why. Like, I'm weird like that. Oh, let me make sure I stay on. Let me make sure. And like I said, I just feel as if there were some moments that chemistry just wasn't there. But for most of the movie, it was. Couple of spots, it was lacking. However, love them both. Love them both. And the big disappointing part of the film for me was at the end. And again, don't watch this if you haven't seen the movie. Turn it off right now. Turn it off. Turn it off. Okay, it's off. Claire ended up meeting Neil Diamond after Mike passed away. And in the real life documentary on YouTube, there's a picture of her meeting Neil. I really wish they had included that in the film. I really do. I feel like that would have been an important moment to end the film. And you'll know why if you go see the movie. Like, I just feel like it just dropped off. And maybe this whole thing was rushed to get the movie done. But that really should have been they did show a real life picture of Mike and Claire at the end, but to me, that wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough to end and clinch the whole film and put it together and wrap it up. They should have put some of the real life footage of Mike and Claire in the end of the film. My own personal opinion, just to wrap it all up in a pretty bow and say, this is a real story, people. This really happened. Because there are a couple things in the movie that you go, oh my gosh, but they really happened. And I just don't think we get that. I really don't. But I enjoyed it. And I think that Hugh did a great job being Neil Diamond, not Mike Sardina. I think he did a great job being Neil Diamond, to be honest.